Hey guys, Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about my 2017 beauty favorites. So this box has all of the products that I have been loving for the past year in it. There's definitely going to be a lot of repeats as far as products that I've shared in favorites or in videos or just talked about in general. Almost every product in here I'm sure I've talked about at some point over the past year. So yeah, if you want to see everything that I've been loving this year, then definitely keep watching. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos. All right, let's get into it. Some of these products are new and just launched in 2017, but some of them are just new to me and I hadn't tried them. So yeah, some of them are new and some of them aren't. I'm just gonna go in order of how I would apply them to my face. And I have one tool that I wanna mention. This is the Eco Tools sponge. And I am obsessed with this. I think it came out this year. Eco Tools did a huge rebrand, came out with a bunch of new brushes, and actually another one of the brushes I love is the Eco Tools Full Powder Brush. This has become my go-to bronzer brush since I got it. I've used it every single day. And this totally replaced my beauty blender. Before that, I was using the Real Techniques sponge, that orange one, and I really liked that one too, but this one has just completely taken over all of the sponges that I had used before. So these two tools are absolute must-haves. I use them every single day. I pack them if I travel. Like, they are my go-tos. And I will link everything down below in the bottom bar, everything that I mentioned today, and then if it's like a shade that I like or anything, I will mention everything down below so you're not searching all over for it. I'm also going to keep this to makeup. If you want to see my skincare favorites, I have an updated skincare routine that I will link up here and also down below in the bottom bar as well. I also did a how to stop washing your hair so often video a few weeks ago, and so that one I will also link up and then down below in the bottom bar because that just mentioned all of my favorite tools and products for my hair and also for my skin. So I kind of feel like those ones cover those two categories, so I'm just going to talk about makeup today. Alright, first up is primer. I have two primers to share. The first one is from Dermalogica. This is the Hydra Blur Primer, and I actually got another refill in my stocking for Christmas, which I'm so excited about. This stuff is absolutely amazing. It'll blur out your pores like there's no tomorrow. I use this right in this little area around my nose because I have very large pores. I've talked about it a million times. I think this stuff is amazing and definitely worth the money. It's comparable to like the Benefit Professional. I really like that one too. And then the, what is it, the Laura Geller Spackle. That one is another favorite of mine, but this one has just kind of taken the cake this year. I also have really been enjoying the Bare Minerals Good Hydrations primer. This is a more hydrating primer and I actually really like it, especially right now because my skin's a little bit drier now that it's colder out. But I have combo skin, so I'm pretty oily, like in my T-zone. So I really like this. On my chin, I'm very dry, and then also kind of on the outer edges of my face. And so this has kind of been a godsend for those areas. So a lot of times I'll use both of these primers so that I can blur out my pores and then also hydrate my skin. As far as actual coverage this year, I have been loving the Clinique 2-in-1 Beyond Perfecting foundation and concealer. This stuff is absolutely amazing. I love that it has a doe foot. Okay, well, that's not supposed to be down there. Let's try that again. See if it sticks to the top this time. Yep, it did. So it has a doe foot applicator, and I really like this because it's easy to just swipe onto your face. You don't have to pump it out, and it's kind of mess free in that sense. This one does dry quickly, so if I apply this, I'll kind of put it on one side of my face and then blend it out, and then put it on the other side of my face and blend it out. So I wouldn't put this all over because it's going to be very hard to blend out when you get to the last part of your face. So this is amazing. It is definitely full coverage, and it will kind of cover up anything. I have a lot of acne scars, and it covers them up with one coat, no problem. You definitely want to use it sparingly. If you go on with a heavy hand, you're going to have a lot of excess product. And then the other product I've been loving is this Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1. This is another foundation and concealer. These you could consider dupes for each other. This one comes in a million more shades than this one does, but the Milani one is just as amazing. I absolutely love it. You can see I'm like definitely running out of this one. This is probably my third bottle of it, and this is in the shade 03 Light Beige, which is my color right now. I don't have a Clinique version that's my color at the moment, so I've been mixing a couple of colors. But yeah, I have nothing bad to say about this. I think it's amazing. It's, again, full coverage, and it will cover all of my acne scars, no problem. And then lastly, as far as coverage goes, this is the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream, and I've loved this for years. I've been using it for years. I'm sure I mentioned it in my favorites last year as well, but this has SPF 50, which is amazing for daytime, and I really love this in the summer too. It comes with a pump, which is awesome. I cannot even tell you how many tubes of this I've been through, like a lot. I've been using it for years and years, and I just love it. It's definitely a full coverage for a CC cream. A lot of like BB and CC creams are kind of just like a tinted moisturizer. This definitely has coverage on it. It's not just a tinted moisturizer. So this one, sometimes I'll have to go over just a few of my blemishes with a second layer, but for the most part, one layer will cover everything. And then it also does have that SPF, which is amazing. The only downside about this is because it has SPF, there is flashback. So if you're doing flash photography or going out at night, then definitely be careful if you're using this product. I don't really have a new powder that I've been using this year. I'm still on the Laura Mercier translucent powder kick. I still like the Coty Airspun powder. So I don't really have anything new that I have tried out this year that I really loved. So we're gonna move on to bronzers. This, I believe, came out this year. It's the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in the color Capri Coast. I love this packaging, and I just think the color is so gorgeous. It's what I'm wearing today. I already hit pan, and I just love this shade. I think it is so flattering, and it can really warm up your skin. I love the formula. It's just so blendable, and it's not too pigmented, but there's still something there that you're going to get some pigmentation and not have to use a ton of product to get it. So it's just buttery and creamy, and I'm obsessed with it. This might be my all-time favorite bronzer ever. I love it. So definitely try it out if you haven't tried it out. Even just go into Ulta and test it out before you buy it. Like, it is amazing, and you need to try it. The other bronzer I have is from Milani. This is the Sunlit Bronzer in Soleil. It's 05. This is a baked bronzer, and I think that this one is also gorgeous. I just dropped. It comes with a like sponge brush thing under the bronzer, but I've never used that, and I probably never will use it. Anyway, I think that this is such a gorgeous color. It'll really warm up your skin. It has a little bit of a glow to it, which is awesome for summertime. And this is from the drugstore, so that's awesome too. And I will say, I loved the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but it smells like coconut, and the smell makes me nauseous, and so I cannot use it. I gave it to my sister, and she's loving it. But I highly recommend that if you do like that scent. So many people think it smells like going on vacation, and I wish I loved it, because the formula of that bronzer, especially for the drugstore, is amazing. It is so blendable and creamy, and the color is gorgeous. It looks good on everyone's skin, and it blends out so gorgeously. So if you don't mind the smell of coconut, I highly recommend trying out the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. For blushes, I really loved two different blushes this year. I have this palette, which is the Becca Blush with Light palette. I don't believe it's available anymore, but this shade is. It's the middle shade, and it is called Songbird. And I just think this is the most gorgeous color. Let's see if I can get an actual swatch. So that's what it looks like. It is just the most gorgeous color. I have it on my cheeks today, and it blends out really nicely. But I love that color. And then I also really love the Too Faced Love Flush Blush in the shade Baby Love. I've talked about this a bazillion times. I've hit pan. And this is just a really pretty everyday color. As you can tell, they're both like pretty neutral. Neither of them are super pinky, but yeah, they're just very, very flattering shades. They go with any kind of look. I really love universal blush colors because I don't test out tons of crazy makeup every single day of my life. I usually do the same everyday makeup routine, and so I want my blushes to just be universal. I know I can count on them. They look good with everything. They're great with my skin, and I know I can count on them. So these are the two that I have been using over and over and over again all year long. Let's talk about highlighters. The first one is from Tarte. This is in the shade Stunner. And I love this. I know a lot of people weren't the biggest fan of this, but I just think it is so, so pretty, and it will give you a really, really bold highlight, or it'll be really subtle. It just depends on how much you build it up. I think that it is so pretty, and I just have nothing bad to say about it. And then I have a really expensive blush. This one is from Burberry, and it is the Fresh Glow Highlighter in the shade Rose Gold number 4. You guys, this is the prettiest highlighter I've ever owned in my life. It is so gorgeous. I'm kind of sad because the pattern in it is wearing away the more that I use it, but oh my gosh, it is just the prettiest highlighter. So it's right here. It's what I'm wearing today on my cheeks. I cannot get enough of it. This again can be really subtle if you want it to be, but it just gives you the most healthy looking glow ever. And the formula is amazing, the packaging, the pigmentation, and literally everything about this is just the best ever. So I would say if you're looking to splurge on one makeup product, then I would definitely recommend this one. I think it's like $65, which is insanity for one highlighter, but honestly, it's worth it to me. I think, like, if you want to buy somebody a gift that they would really love, if you have like a beauty lover in your life, or if you want to splurge on a makeup product, I wouldn't say that you should just go buy a $65 highlighter just for the heck of it. But if you're looking for something, if you're in the market, if you want to splurge, or if you have like points built up or a gift card or something like that, I really love this. I think that it's amazing, and I do think it's worth the money. I totally forgot that I have a third highlighter. This is from Algenist. I think that's how you say it, but this is the Concentrated Luminizing Drops in the shade Reveal, and it comes with this little dropper, and then you just put a little bit on the high points of your cheekbones or down the center of your nose. You can even put it on your beauty blender right after you do your foundation, before you do any powder. You can just blend it out, and this is what it looks like on the skin. I have way too much on, but it just blends out and it leaves your skin with the most gorgeous glow ever. So I think this is such a really, really pretty lit from within kind of a glow. And of course you'll put on your other products on top of it, so it's not going to be like glowing for the gods kind of a glow, but it's definitely going to be there, and it's really healthy, and it's just a really pretty glow. All right, I have one eyeshadow palette, which is the Tartelette in Bloom. This eyeshadow palette is what I have used the most all year. These dark shades I use with an angled liner brush, and I will do that for my eyeliner. There's enough shimmer shades that are really pretty as lid colors. There's transition shades. I can create a day look, a night look, a weekend look, like anything that I want to do, I can create it with this palette. And the colors blend so gorgeously. They're pigmented. There's just nothing bad to say about this. Plus, I like that it's compact and it's easy to travel with. It just fits right into your makeup bag. I actually mentioned it in my travel makeup video that I will link up here and also down below in case you're interested in what I bring with me when I travel. But I think the packaging is also so gorgeous, which I know doesn't really matter, but it kind of does matter when you're buying stuff and you're setting it out on your vanity. But yeah, mine definitely looks like it's taken a beating. It's pretty dirty, but I get so much use out of it. And if you're a beginner, I think this palette is amazing. And also if you're advanced and you're really good at doing your makeup and you want to play around, I think this is just a great everyday kind of a shadow palette to have. Okay, I have two liquid liners. The first one is from Stila. This is the Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Liner. This is amazing. I love the tip of it. It just is so black. It stays all day. It won't budge. It can be a thick line, a thin line, like nothing bad to say about this, and I am obsessed with it. But I also do have this other liner from Maybelline. This is the Curvitude liner, and I tried this one out. I have a whole video on it as well that I will link up here. But this one has a curved tip, and so it's easy to just kind of get in there without having to move your hands all over. And this one too is the same black line. Both of them set matte, which is really important to me. I don't really like shiny liners, but both of them are matte and super black, pigmented, stay in place. I have very watery eyes, and neither of these go anywhere with my eyes watering all day. Like, they're just absolutely amazing, and they're really easy to wing out your liner with as well. All right, let's chat about mascaras. Probably one of the biggest launches of the year was the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. It comes in this tube, and this is very comparable to the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This one is pretty dried out, so I haven't used it, obviously, because it's dried out, but it has kind of an hourglass shaped wand, and there's tons of bristles. I love this. It's very volumizing. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word, but it will just give your lashes so much volume and still keep them separated and not super clumpy. So I love this. The only downside of this is that it does dry out pretty quickly, so you have to repurchase it. It's not going to last you. You're not going to be able to get, you know, 6 months out of it, which you shouldn't do that anyway, but I know a lot of us do. But this one will definitely dry out very quickly. And then I also really love this one from YSL. This is the Shocking Mascara, and this again is so much drama. The one thing I'll say about this is that when I first tried it out, it's pretty wet, and so it's a little bit messy. So I would have like little dots, which it's super easy to clean those up, but I figured it was worth mentioning because the first 2 times I tried it out, I didn't know if I was a fan, but then after that, after you let it dry out for like a week, it is amazing. Like, so much drama, so much length, it holds the curl, like it does everything that I would want my mascara to do. So both of these are total winners for this year for me. I have a lash honorable mention because I haven't been using it all year, but I think it's worth mentioning because it's pretty amazing. It's from Essence. It's the Lash Princess Sculpted Volume Mascara, and it comes in the purple tube. I just picked it up from Ulta maybe like 2 months ago, and it has a curved wand. It's supposed to hold the curl really well. It was buy one, get one 50% off when I tried it, and so I decided to pick up 2 because I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not, but I heard good things, and I'm so glad I did because I have an extra one now. I think this is amazing, and it definitely will hold the curl for a long time and add a lot of drama to your lashes. All right, the last thing is lips. The first lip liner is from Marc Jacobs. This is a little bit more on the pricey side, but I really love the packaging, and I like the pigmentation of it. They stay all day. They will keep your lips locked into place, so I really like this one. I also really love the ColourPop liners. These ones are amazing too. These are obviously on the other side of the spectrum as far as price goes. It's this one right here. I think these are like $5 or $6. There's so many good ColourPop products that you should definitely try them out if you haven't already. But this is in the shade Lumiere, and this one I feel like it goes with like every lip look that I'm going to do. And then lastly is the Buxom Plump Line Lip Liners. This one is in the shade Undercover, and this one's a little bit thicker. You can wear this one as your actual lipstick too if you want. Just put it all over your lips, but you can line and then fill them in if you want. It also comes with a brush on the other side so that you can kind of blend out the color and get a full lip look out of it. So those are my 3 lip liner options for this year. As far as actual color on my lips, I really love the Bare Minerals formula. These are the matte liquid lipsticks, and this one is in the shade Flawless, and that's what it looks like right here. They smell really good too. They kind of smell like buttercream icing. So I really like these ones. I also really liked the Burberry, I think these are the liquid lip velvets, and this one is in the shade Bright Plum, and this is in Fawn. So I'll just swatch these ones really quick for you. These are both very, very comfortable matte formulas. I'm not into the super dry matte formulas. I'd rather be comfortable. But that's what these 2 look like. That's Fawn, and then this one is Bright Plum. As far as glosses go, nothing's changed here. The Buxom Full On Lip Creams are my favorites. I love them. I actually just gave away an entire set of them in a giveaway on my Instagram. They're just amazing. And then as far as balm, I love the Fresh Sugar Lip Treatments. And these all just came from my purse. Just now I had 3 of them in my purse. This is in the shade Honey, this one is in Bloom, and then this one is in Rose. And the Rose is what I have on my lips right now, this shade. It is so freaking pretty. They have SPF in them, and they give you just a nice wash of color without having to mess with actual lipstick. They fade very naturally, and they're just a really good, easy go-to lip product. Whew, okay, that was a lot of products. That was everything that I have been absolutely loving for 2017. Let me know down below in the comments, what was your favorite product of the year? I wanna know. If I haven't tried it, maybe I should give it a whirl. Yeah, so let me know what your favorite was down below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.